Welcome back. I am joined by a very special guest this morning. I am here with Mary Jane Crouch. She is the Executive Director of America's Second Harvest of Coastal Georgia. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Well, I know we're talking about a very important topic this morning, which is how families can access food this summer with kids about to be out of school. I know that a lot of folks are wondering where those meals that were provided by schools will come from.
Yeah, it's a difficult time for a lot of families, especially during the summer months when they don't always have access to those school meals. So we are operating this summer. We actually up our game during the summer. During the school year, we do evening meals along with tutoring and homework. And during the summer, we actually add breakfast to that. So it's a great opportunity for different families to go out and get breakfast and lunch for their children. We'll be offering it at 75 different locations around 8 different counties. So there's a lot of opportunity in your service area as well as ours for children to go get help and parents to be able to make those ends meet during the summer.
Absolutely, and I know that this is a critical time with, so many folks struggling to put food on the table, and I understand too that supplies have been impacted at the food bank.
They have been. Normally a lot of people that do food drives for us, they're struggling to put food on the table for their own families. So it's difficult for them to be able to do that. We have pre-COVID, when we did the postal workers food drive, we would get around 90,000 pounds of food. And this year we got around 50,000 pounds of food. And that's really how we get through the summer, is with that food that we get from the postal workers food drive. So we are asking corporations and different people to continue to realize that, if you can pick up that extra couple of cans at the grocery store and drop it off at the food bank, we would greatly appreciate it, and it'll help us get through. But during the summer, as we talked, that summer is not a vacation for everyone. There are a lot of children that really and truly don't know where they're going to get their meal during the summer. So being able to do summer feeding and have the Kids Café during the summer is going to really and truly impact a lot of families and be able to help them make it through.
And I understand there are so many locations for the Kids Café, and how can folks locate that easily?
There's actually going to be 75 different locations. There's 40 locations where they can just drop in to get a meal. And those will be on our website, which is helpendhunger.org. And then there's an app that they can download on their phone called Got Food. And when they download that app, they type in their zip code, and they'll be able to find out exactly where they can go get a meal. And that should be updated midweek at the latest next week.
And so when does that officially start?
Summer feeding starts on June 1st. So we'll be getting ready. We're gearing up. We're hiring some extra college students that want to work for the summer to help us be able to make this happen. So if you're a college student and you're looking for that part-time job just to get you through the summer to make some extra spending money, give us a call. Because we really will be doing over 7,000 meals every day this summer. Every day during the week, Monday through Friday, to make sure children have nutritious food, make sure that they don't have to worry about where their next meal is going to come from.
Absolutely, and I understand that you are also going to be doing a lot for our senior citizens this summer.
Well, they can look on our website again and find out where the local pantries and different programs where they're being given away, and they can go to our website to do that anytime. They can also go on that same app, Got Food. When they type in their zip code, it will tell where the different meals are for the children, but it'll also tell where the different pantries are, and we update that as often as we possibly can. But things change, volunteers change. So what I always tell people that are going to a pantry program or a giveaway is that they call the location that is listed and say, are you still doing it on Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day it happens to be, so they're not wasting gas. Because if you have a difficult time buying food, you're probably also having a difficult time with transportation. A really interesting story, and this really and truly warmed my heart. The other day we had a gentleman arrive at the food bank. He had caught a cat bus to the food bank. He was blind, and he had brought us a bag of food. He had left it at his mailbox, and it didn't get picked up, and he caught a bus to us to bring us that bag of food, and then he had to wait for the bus to come back almost an hour to catch a ride back to his house. And we were like, this is so generous of you. And he was like, I can't imagine not being able to feed my family. And he said, and I wanted to make sure I was able to help you. And that's the generosity we see here in our community. Everyone wants to help. And so it's a great place to live when you know that that person went to all that trouble just to bring us food. It's just a wonderful feeling to know that we're all in this together.
It is so heartwarming to see the community come together like that. And you know, for folks who also may want to donate at home, how can they do so? What's the best way to do that?
They can go on our website, helpendhunger.org, and for every dollar donated, we can provide 5 meals because we buy in bulk. And a lot of times we'll get the donated food, but we have to pay for the transportation to get it to us. And then when we do buy, and we do buy quite a bit of food, around $3 million worth a year, we do that in bulk. So we don't go out and buy, a case of peanut butter. We go buy a tractor trailer load of peanut butter. So we get it at a really good price.
Is there anything else that you would like to add or that you'd like folks to know?
We are always looking for volunteers. Those breakfasts that we're providing this summer, 67,000 breakfasts we'll be giving out to children through the Kids Café program. We need volunteers to come in and pack those. Then during the month of June, we need volunteers to come in and help in our kitchen, prepping all of those 6,000 meals that are going to go out every day for lunch. We need volunteers to come in and help us. We have a lot of volunteers all through the school year, but many of those same people go away for the summer, or they have children so they can't come during the summer, or they're on vacation. So we're always looking for volunteers, and they can just go on our website or they can give us a call and we'll be glad to sign them up.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for being here with us this morning.
Thank you.